Hi guys, today I'll be taking a look at the world's first 5K 2K OLED gaming monitor. This is the LG UltraGear 45GX950A, aimed at PC gamers, with it providing a massive 45-inch screen, which is an ultra-wide display with a 5120 by 2160 resolution. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. Now before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Let's unbox it and see what you get in the packaging. You get a cover for the ports, a monitor stand, a monitor arm, and a box containing some accessories. Inside there, you get a power adapter with a DC connector, a power cable with a kettle connector, a small plastic clip used as a cable holder and can be clipped into the notches on either side of the monitor for cable management, a HDMI 2.1 cable, a USB Type-C cable, a DisplayPort 2.1 cable, some documentation, and finally underneath here is the monitor. On the back of the monitor you have a VESA mounting point which is 100 by 100 millimeters, allowing you to use different monitor arms or even wall mount it. Attaching the monitor stand is really easy. Just place the monitor arm in position and lock it into place, then attach the monitor stand by tightening the two screws which are underneath. The design of the monitor is exactly the same as the 2024 45-inch LG UltraGear monitor, with it having the same space-saving stand. The back has a smooth finish with the LG UltraGear logo at the top, and there's LED lights around the mounting point. The ports at the bottom are slightly different, with it having two HDMI 2.1 ports, but now you have a DisplayPort 2.1 port with it supporting display stream compression. There's a USB-C port with 90 watt power delivery. You also have two USB-A downstream ports, a power input, a joystick to access the OSD, a Kensington locking point, a 4-pole headphone jack with DTS Headphone X support, and a button for dual mode, which I'll cover later in this video. The screen has an anti-glare coating and is black with thin bezels. It has a heavy 800R curvature with a 45-inch display and weighs 14 kilograms with a stand. The stand provides the same adjustments as the previous model, with you able to tilt, swivel and move the screen up and down. Testing out some gaming on this monitor, and I'm using it with a custom build PC which I built myself. Spec wise, it has an Intel Core i9 processor, an MSI RTX 5080 GPU with 16 gigs, 128 gigs of DDR5 RAM from Kingston, and 2 terabytes of M.2 SSD storage also from Kingston. And it's definitely worth noting that ultra-wide gaming is only supported on a PC, but I'll show you later what it's like with a console connected to it. Not all PC games support the ultra-wide format, but a large majority of games do. So if you're planning on buying this for a particular game, just make sure that game supports an ultra-wide format to avoid any disappointment. Let's first test this on my gaming desk, and seriously, gaming on this monitor with the 45-inch 800R screen is just insane. With its massive 5K 2K screen real estate giving a 5120 by 2160 resolution, so it's essentially a stretched 4K display. It has 50% more pixels of a DQHD, which has a 49-inch screen with a 5120 by 1440 resolution, and it provides 33% larger screen space compared to a 4K UHD monitor, which would have a 3840 by 2160 resolution. When you look at the monitor, you'll actually notice that it's taller in size compared to other ultra-wide monitors, together with it having quite a heavy 800R curvature when you first see it. It does make you think, will it be too much? But in reality, once you start gaming, you actually realize it's perfect. It's actually not like gaming in front of your TV, as in that scenario, you'll be at a distance, more relaxed on your sofa. But with this gaming monitor, the optimal distance for gaming is 80 centimeters, so you'll be much closer to it. And at that point, you'll notice the entire screen will be in your peripheral vision, and there'll be no need to turn your head, as everything will be in front of you, giving you a much better perspective when gaming. I'd say for a 21:9 ultra-wide monitor, this really is the sweet spot for gaming, ensuring everything is in your field of vision. And once you go wider with your display, you'll never want to go shorter, as it makes a massive difference when gaming. Now the picture quality on the 45GX950A is stunning, with it supporting HDR10. It has a DCI P3 98.5% color gamut, with a color depth of 1.07 billion colors, together with a contrast ratio of 1.5 million to 1, giving vivid colors with great contrast levels. Color accuracy wise, the monitor has a delta E less than or equal to 2, ensuring minimal color variation for consistent and true to life visuals, and that helps to provide accurate contrast in dark environments, making it ideal for gaming. And as this is an OLED panel, so you don't get any light bleed, with the self-lighting pixels providing inky blacks, making those dark scenes look absolutely stunning. In terms of brightness, LG have used their MLA Plus technology to enhance typical brightness levels to 275 nits in both SDR and in HDR peak brightness. And in addition, it has VESA Display HDR True Black 400, ensuring that the monitor will deliver at least 400 nits of peak brightness, with it providing an average pixel level peak brightness of 1300 nits, with performance being really good in a bright room, providing quite an impressive experience. Plus it supports 165Hz on both the HDMI 2.1 ports and the DisplayPort 2.1 port, with it giving a 5120 by 2160 resolution. The clarity levels are just stunning. It supports NVIDIA G-Sync, AMD FreeSync Premium Pro and VESA Adaptive Sync, with gameplay being awesome, with it being ultra smooth with no screen tearing or stuttering, with the added benefit of the 165Hz refresh rate with a 0.03 millisecond G2G response time, making this monitor so fast, especially when playing FPS games like Apex Legends or COD. I've played a number of different games on the monitor and they really have looked incredible, with really sharp and vibrant colors together with inky black levels, providing a stunning experience. The monitor also features a dual mode option, just like on the LG UltraGear 45GX950A, but with the 45GX950A, there's actually 8 selectable dual mode options, which I've listed on the screen. These modes allow you to adjust the resolution to get a smaller screen size, which in turn allows you to have a faster refresh rate, making it ideal for competitive gaming when playing first-person shooters, or if you wanted to game at a faster refresh rate in an ultra-wide format. One of the advantages of the dual mode is that by reducing the resolution, you're not only able to game at a faster refresh rate, but you also don't need a crazy high-end GPU, as you will effectively be gaming in 1080p, giving you a 1920 by 1080 resolution in a 16 by 9 aspect ratio at 24, 27 and 37 inches, or gaming in a stretched 1080p format, giving a 2560 by 1080 resolution in a 21 by 9 aspect ratio at 34, 39 and 45 inches. When gaming in these modes, I found the performance to be excellent, with generally good clarity levels, allowing you to have the best of both worlds in terms of having a monitor with a high resolution and being able to perform at a higher refresh rate when gaming with a custom screen size. There's 3 ways to switch between dual mode. The first would be to use the LG Switch software, and this allows you to use a keyboard shortcut. The second method would be to use the OSD and select your mode, and finally use the dual mode button under the monitor. It's also perfect for productivity too. Viewing angles from left to right and up and down are excellent, with no reduction in picture quality. Text clarity has had a massive upgrade in comparison to LG's 2024 model, which had a PPI of only 84, but with this monitor it's been boosted to have a PPI of 125, with the text being much more clearer with reduced pixel fringe. This has been made possible due to LG's OLED panel optimizing sub-pixel order to reduce color fringe, leading to a higher PPI, and seriously, this makes a massive difference. Eye care wise, this monitor is excellent, with the OLED panel being a UL verified flicker free display, and worth mentioning, when you're gaming at a monitor you'll be sitting closer to the screen, which can lead to faster eye fatigue, and experiences with this generally do vary between users, but many report less eye strain with a OLED monitor over a QD OLED due to the OLED's 3 UL verified features: flicker-free display, discomfort glare-free, and low blue light hardware solution platinum. On to testing with the console, and I've connected up my Xbox Series X to the monitor, and looking in settings, you can see everything is checked. other than Dolby Vision for gaming, and looking in video modes, allow Dolby Vision is disabled and allow auto low latency is disabled. But that's fine as it's already in the lowest latency mode as it's optimized for gaming. So this means that games that support 120Hz at 4K will be supported by this monitor with the added feature of variable refresh rate or VRR on the Xbox Series X, S and PlayStation 5. But when you're gaming at a console, it will appear stretched as the ultra-wide format isn't supported on a console. However, you can adjust the monitor to show the original format, but with this you'll see two black bars on either side, which to be honest didn't feel too bad due to the larger height the monitor has. Or you could use picture by picture and have two input sources showing side by side, so the console on one side and your PC on the other. Now on to sim racing, and I've attached a monitor onto my sim racing cockpit from Next Level Racing. This is a GT Elite and the wheelbase is a Moza R12. Racing with this gives a really good experience with the monitor attached directly on my rig. The 800R curvature gives a really immersive experience when racing, giving excellent coverage with every detail in your field of view without needing to turn your head, helped by the additional height being larger than most ultra-wide monitors I've reviewed. For the best experience, I've actually found it's better to have the monitor closer to you so you can make the most of the curvature to help keep the same viewing distance at each point from your seating position, with it providing an excellent racing experience without you needing to turn your head. It's also great that the monitor has speakers for the situation where you didn't want to race with a gaming headset, so you don't need to get separate speakers, with sound quality being pretty good for a monitor. But I wouldn't say it would replace having a decent gaming headset or separate speakers. Performance, clarity levels and sharpness when racing really were exceptional on ultra settings in game, so really impressed by that. So in summary, LG UltraGear have done seriously well with this new 2025 45-inch OLED gaming monitor aimed at PC gamers, providing an awesome gaming experience. Positives wise, picture quality is exceptional on this monitor, with it being VESA display HDR400 certified and capable of providing up to 1300 nits of brightness. It's a 5K 2K WUHD ultra-wide monitor that gives a 21:9 aspect ratio with a 5120x2160 resolution. Text clarity is excellent with it having a 125 ppi. It has two HDMI 2.1 ports and a DisplayPort 2.1, with the monitor providing a lightning fast 0.03 millisecond response time together with a 165Hz refresh rate, and with a dual mode allowing you to switch the resolution over to 2560 by 1080 with an insane 330Hz refresh rate, perfect if you're after an even faster response time. It's aimed at PC gamers to give them the edge, whether they're gaming at a desk or sim racing, where you get an excellent field of view with the 800R curvature screen giving you a perfect consistent viewing angle when seated. Negatives wise, it really is a tough one with this monitor, but for me the only one that comes to mind is the fact that it doesn't have a built-in KVM, but that's only relevant if you plan to use it on multiple computers. But I wouldn't say that's a deal breaker in any way, as this monitor is definitely one of the best ultra-wide gaming monitors I've used, giving an insanely immersive gaming experience. So there you have it, you've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. For those of you who've got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with ultra-wide, as it's awesome to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me on all my socials. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.